What's also over is Barry Diller pretending like he was a straight guy. What are you doing? What are you doing at 83? What are you doing? Why didn't you come out a long time ago? Everyone knew that this was a beard. He was married to some other rich person, right? Diane von Furstenberg. They had a fake relationship. And now at 83, he wants to live true. You know, after years and years and years of private leather bars and all that stuff. You know, it must be amazing when you come out and like nobody cares. People are even surprised I'm covering this story. You imagine this would have been a big story 15 years ago. Like, dude, you know, it would be like Elon Musk. If Elon Musk came out tomorrow and said he was gay, it would be news for 1 hour. You know, they would focus more on the kids still. They go, he's still having kids. Nobody cares, especially this. He's 83. Great. Go to Fire Island out now when nobody wants to bang you. Jesus. He first started dating von Furstenberg after they met. Dude, in 1974, they've had a fake relationship. He never questioned that his biological imperative was strong in its heterosexuality as its opposite had been. What does that mean? He added that when the romance happened, his initial response was, who knew? What? You're just talking giggly-gook. There's no guy who ends up banging guys who doesn't think about banging guys before he starts banging guys. So let's stop this, dude. This is funny. This is like a guy from another era. This is like a guy coming out. It's almost like he's coming out of his bomb shelter. Going like, is the USSR saying? You're going, dude, no. We're worried about a whole nother country now. The war's over. Yeah, the war's over, dog. While there have been a good many men in my life, there has only ever been one woman. Yeah, your fake wife. And she didn't come into my life until I was 33 years old. Truth about us after all these years? Who knew? What? Oh, he's writing an essay in New York Magazine. I mean, who is getting juiced up to read that? Who cares? Who cares? I'll tell you right now, my wife could turn around tomorrow and tell me she's gay. And I'd be like, makes sense now.
What makes sense?
You know, your headache. You being too tired. Makes sense. I thought it was the kids. I mean, is anyone surprised? And does anyone really care? Scroll down because this is fun. Like, I didn't even understand what he was saying.
That's it. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. I like his statements. A relationship that began with indifference, then exploded into a romance as natural to us as Who is buying this bullshit? This is really funny. This is really funny. This is like my dad calling them Puerto Ricans. I mean, who does he think is buying this bullshit? He's even saying it like a gay guy. This is fake. If you ask me about my relationship with my wife, which is not fake, I wouldn't even say a relationship that began with indifference, then exploded into a romance as natural to us as breathing. Did it? Did it? How did it do that? How did the romance get so great when you were, pussy was repugnant to you? How was the romance so natural when you saw her vagina? You went, oh. It was as natural as breathing. Obviously, it wasn't as natural as breathing. No, it's not as natural as breathing. Having sex to you took a lot of mental stimulation about you thinking about guys. You know how many guys he plastered right on her face when he was, if he did? It's a fake relationship. You don't have $1 billion or whatever and go through the motions for anyone. You're just going, you're another rich chick, you know, you're like an insufferable cunt who nobody will marry. And I'm a closeted gay guy in a time where I don't want people to know that. So we're just going to have a fake marriage. How's that sound? Plain and simple. Here's another one. I'll just read it like his inner voice. Plain and simple, it was an explosion of passion that kept up for years. And yes, I also liked guys, but that was not a conflict with my love for Diane. I can't explain it to myself or to the world. Why are you still lying? He added that he and Diane were in some cosmic way destined for each other. What? This God likes closeted homos? What kind of cosmic? You were destined to be beards. You were destined to be great friends. Maybe I'll buy that. This is funny. The secret of honoring love and life. I'll take the secret. You know what? I'm about to take the secret of a lasting relationship from a guy who was in the closet and had a fake marriage. Because here it is. Here's the secret. The secret of honoring love and life is to never lie. I mean, are you gaslighting me right now? That is from her. That's what Diane's rep said. That's the wife. Never lie. Never lie. Unless your whole life is a lie. These people are so comfortable. The thing about this strata of people is they're so comfortable having two lives. And that's great. They're so comfortable with having a life that they present, that is just flawless. And then one where they're in a dungeon, getting spanked, wearing a horse. Like it's balanced for them. You go to the Met Gala and you sip fucking cold soup and you talk French. And then there's another one where you're just getting ridden by another guy who has a horse saddle on you. And it's just what they do. He's a Hollywood. He co-founded Fox. This guy's as big as it gets. And so I guess this is a decent story because of how huge he is. He's a very rich man. And at 85, he just wants to come clean. Great. What could be interesting is he's done something very unscrupulous that's about to come out, but it'll get buried, pun intended, because maybe the journalists will go, this will never be as big a story as him coming out as gay. Maybe he was like, this is the time because I just funded this thing that ended up killing all these children or whatever. I ended up, investing in this weapons industry kind of something. He has long partnered with Scott Rudin. He's produced Broadway shows. So is that not a tip-off? Broadway, I think, is a more sure way to know if a guy's gay than if he's got a dick in his mouth. If a guy can sit through a Broadway musical that wasn't written by the South Park guys, you got a gay guy. It's a gay guy. It's 100% a gay guy. I've never been able to sit through any musicals, except Hamilton. I kind of liked it, but not the way my wife liked it. I've never been able, and that is how I actually proved to myself that I was actually, in fact, a straight man, was I just couldn't sit through a musical. Gay people, there's just something in their brain that just, the frequency is musical.
So what's a gayer act? Sucking a dick or sitting through a musical?
Equal. I think it's equal. I think they go hand in hand. But I think sitting through a musical may have the edge. Who knows? But dude, he's got his hands in a lot of things, and his hands on a lot of guys. He was her gay bestie, and she was the beard. And what a fucking story! I'm doing anything I can to avoid talking about tariffs.